Hello and welcome back! Now the eagle-eyed among you will notice two things. Normally, A, I never introduce myself in the middle of series. Well, actually for once this recording session coincided perfectly with the end of last video, so I thought, hey, hello, I'm Ursa Ryan, welcome to the middle of the series. Secondly, the map has evolved a little bit, because 20 turns has passed since last you saw it. Why? Why have I skipped forward 20 turns, you ask? Well, it's because I filmed 20 turns without pressing the press film button. Yep, I did that. So I couldn't be bothered to go back and redo it. Well, I say that, I was very tempted to go back and redo it, but then I thought, I have something better. What a perfect opportunity to test out and try the map history mod. So you left me on turn 117, so let's just quickly play ourselves to turn 117. You can see, look, there was Rio, we went to explore Brazil. There was the city-state was doing fine, we went to explore up into America. Settling took a little while actually, it wasn't until turn 60 something until we settled, but once we got the first city down, we started settling absolutely everywhere. Stonehenge being founded, little cities on the coast, and I believe this is where you left me. So America was still founding their cities up here. I had put my coastal city down in Sao Paulo and in Vitoria, and I think I'd also put Panama down, which was very exciting. Awesome. So if we just decrease the speed a little bit, and I can show you what's happening now after this point. So you can see I am starting to explore up. I settle a new city up here, which is quite excited. Kilwa gets built by America, which is really, really annoying. I was kind of doing that. And I start to send boats out. This is the major thing. So the 2 turns ago, I found Portugal and I found the Congo, but I've only just found Europe. You can see actually, as we look at it, there is some free cities around. So the chance of a liberation army to come into Europe and just do some liberating is quite exciting. This is rainforest as well, so in theory, we could go and take these cities over and then have some rainforest in Africa. I say Europe, this is clearly Africa. I don't know why I'm saying Europe, this is clearly Africa. So I could go and take these cities over, which is quite exciting. So that is an option for me, and that will coincide nicely with my Minas Gerais, which I am now pushing myself to. This is the Brazilian battleship. It requires coal. Coal is the biggest problem for me because I have no coal. There's no point going massively into the cultural tree if, you know, I can't actually get the damn thing. So square rigging is what I'm doing at the moment. My science is building up nicely actually, mainly because I'm getting faith per turn. This is 20% of my faith is turning into science, so that works out at about 70 science per turn at the moment. I do have like 1 or 2 campuses where they're really good. Like look at this, +6 campus there. Couldn't resist it, but I'm not really building campuses. It's kind of not my jam this game. I'm you know, doing well on science. 27 techs versus 34 for Congo. Okay, not that well, but well enough. But I'm pushing for the double whammy of industrialization to get coal, but also then steam power to build railroads. One thing about the rainforest, which is a little bit annoying, is the lack of movement. Some other things I have done, if we have a look at the era score, which actually thinking about it is a really good way of working out what's happened in the meantime. Hercules died, we got humanism, we pushed on from there. We got great people, we built a harbour. Actually, we've been building lots of harbours. We've got 5 trade routes now, which is quite exciting. We've got some more great people. Himiko disappeared. We got cartography 10 turns ago. That's why I decided to start building boats. I was like, I probably should do that. I brought Hercules back, as I often do. Himiko was brought back as well. I got Imhotep. Oh yes, Imhotep. I think I got some wonders with Imhotep, because of course you would do. I built the campus. Oh, so that campus I only built a few turns ago, so really it hasn't been getting me much at all. And then I got an Inquisition, and I clarified the tenets of Don't Chop the Amazon. And this is when I go and discover other people. And the reason for that was quite simple. America is sending missionaries to me, and it's really, really annoying. So as you can see, I have an absolute hive of Inquisitors that are coming this way. A swarm of them, a buzz. They are taking the buzz. Here we go. So these guys are going to come and not only rid Rekith of this horrible thing that is Protestantism, we're going to remind them of #TeamTrees, and then we'll go from there. Okay, right, perfect. Imhotep was just waiting on the great engineer to finish the great lighthouse, which is going to help my exploration no end. I've got a galley that's just heading up towards Japan. That should be quite entertaining. I've got the mausoleum 2 turns away, being built quite manually by hand, actually. Once that's finished, then I'll pop down this. I did get another wonder. Where did I build a wonder with Imhotep? Oh no, I did use the first charge. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's good. That's good. Sorry, apologies for my voice. It's going to be breaking randomly. It's another one of my early morning recording sessions. You gotta love it. I think the other thing I was going to do was pop down another wonder here. Now, this one would have been a fantastic spot to put down the what was it called, entertainment complex, but I think I've already built as many as I'm going to. If I just have a look and just double check this. Now, this city still is to build the street carnival, so I've got to watch that a little bit, but there was 1 pin too many, wasn't there? I think I put down an extra theatre square when the time had come. So we won't do that, but I'm just thinking now, actually, this tile here, this would be perfect for a Colosseum, wouldn't it? If I plonk that down, oh no, of course I can't. It's not next to a entertainment complex. Come on, Ryan. Come on, think about this clearly. Maybe this tile would be good for an entertainment complex for a Colosseum. There's a Colosseum possibility there. So hang on, right, now let's just think about this. If I were to... Right, what's the Empire view? +8, +6, +14. These are all really good. Removing a rainforest would reduce adjacency, but not by that. Actually, that helps. That is better. If I put a Colosseum down here, hang on. Where is it? I don't know why I put 99 on that whole thing. Yeah, I think that will improve it rather than retract it, because there's no holy site feeding off this. So that actually is the perfect spot. And then after that point, I can build one more entertainment complex, and I can pop it there. I think that's a perfect thing. I like that plan a lot. And again, this holy site will be fine because I'm putting a district on it. Yeah, okay, cool. That's wonderful. Oh, that was it. I was building rainforest on... lumber mills on the rainforest. I unlocked mercantilism. So that's been happening, and I've also been building preserves next to the Pantanal. So that's one of the things I've been enjoying. So the yields on this thing have been getting insane. I think you're caught up. I think you're caught up now. In the meantime, I saw a comment from earlier in the series saying, why were you buying Himiko just to get half the faith back by putting envoys into a city-state you already controlled? I know, it's a little bit weird, but I was doing it quite deliberately. I would rather have spent the faith, got the era score for generating Himiko a few times. Every time you summon her back and you lose her, you get era score, so that was worth it. I wanted to just get the first relic. I know obviously you don't get relics after the first time, but that was quite useful to get. And having lots of envoys in a city-state is useful, because then eventually you get cards like Merchant Confederation. So that works really, really well. I wanted Hunza to be a nice, strong city as well. I didn't mind its borders expanding, so I kind of just wanted to build it there. So yeah, that was kind of the reason. I know it was a little bit weird, but there was a sort of method in my madness, sort of. Oh, I'm starting carnival projects now. These things are giving fantastically large amounts of merchants, writers, artists, musicians, and engineers. So I'm starting to really get lots and lots of stuff now, which is good. I mean, I know it's not every city, but that Colosseum placement's really good, actually. Oh, yeah. There's the mausoleum growing and being built on the coast. Right, so this will give Imhotep one more charge. I actually decided to build the Colosseum manually because it was only 7 turns in order to do it, so I'm not actually going to use a charge on that, which is quite exciting. But there's the mausoleum. Oh, this is going to be a lovely coastal city. Why did I build it here? Well, it was pretty much the only city that I got a harbour with a little bit of production, so I kind of manually did that a little bit. Look, already this is getting very annoying with your missionaries, my friend. I'm going to get a cultural alliance with the Congo. I just feel like if I do liberate those cities, it's going to be quite useful on that one. And then who doesn't want an economic alliance with Portugal? Yes. I mean, it's going to be uneasy. A relationship between Brazil and Portugal is always a little bit fraught, but, you know, we'll try and make it work. Actually, if I rush through the Chichen Itza, so the Colosseum, sorry, if I rush through that, I can build the Chichen Itza in Bilam, which I think is probably the best city for it. Because this is a lovely space. This is 2 theatre square adjacencies. Yeah, I like that. Let's just quickly use one of the charges of Imhotep in order to get the Great Lighthouse. It's very good. It's very good. And the next turn we'll rush him over to get the Colosseum. Now this just helps my vision and my movement of all my scouting units, just to get loads of era score, to go and find the new world, find all those city-states. Yeah, we're going to make Brazil a trading empire. Oh, Beowulf. Haha. That's exciting. I haven't really got any barbs to worry about particularly, but I guess probably down on the coast is the closest thing I've got to that. So I have Fez, so hopefully this should give me a science boost if I just pop something on. So education is done. Let's get mass production. Venetian Arsenal would be a really useful wonder in this game. There's Hansa, 280 science. Oh yeah, that's pretty decent. Nice. Okay, well that's pretty cool then. France. Actually a bit compressed on culture and science compared to some of the other people. I wonder if they've been able to spread as much as they would like. Let me just quickly get open borders. Open borders is quite essential at the moment because I'm actually using it to get into empires and explore. There's the Matterhorn. Oh, Macedon. Okay, that might be why. That might be why. Yeah, look at that. They've taken over Venice. A raging Alexander the Great. We haven't seen one of these in a game for some time, actually. Oh, man. When he really goes for it on a game, that can be so much fun. Oh my god, I just fixed that. Oh, don't you hate it when that happens? Like, I've literally just been fixing this. I'm just going to pick up an archaeological museum quickly, because that boosts natural history. So we've just got 2 civics in one turn, nationalism and natural history. That's cool. We like that. In Gaza-Gamu, I'm just going to pick up, because I think the visibility here will be wonderful for me. Oh, that has not explored anywhere near as much as I hoped it would. Okay, never mind. It's also probably going to die very quickly, so we'll not worry about that one too much. Hong Kong and Grenada really don't have many envoys in them at all. That is surprising. Oh well, what you gonna do? Grow a city to 15 pop. That would be good and easy to do if it wasn't for the raging forest fires, which keeps killing all of my people. Just going to switch in the Colosseum. Oh, I hate when it does that. Wonders really don't play well with that, you know, the stacker.
While the Colosseum
this is going to give a bunch of culture and amenities to all of these central Amazonian cities, which I'm really looking forward to. It's a shame it gets rid of the rainforest tile. I mean, I'd quite like it if the Colosseum was just plonked in the middle of the rainforest and that's what you had to walk through to get to it. But, alas, that's not going to be the case. 15... +7, +9. So this is a +15 theatre square now. That's insane. That will only get better as well. Valletta. Oh, we have a bunch of military city-states in this game. A bunch of them. Again. You see, Valletta's awesome. Using faith to build city centre buildings. I have 400 faith per turn right now. Oh, that could be good. Okay, Rio really needs another district. I've been waiting on Bai Sheng, but now I can pop him, get myself printing, and build that extra district. I wanted a street carnival in this city. That would be really, really useful. So, we're just going to do that quickly. Plop you down there. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, 3 luxuries from Alex. Yes, I'll take those. Oh, that helps massively with just making sure my cities are nice and happy. +3, +3, +3. It's actually a bit low considering I'm playing Brazil. Normally you can get crazy levels of amenities, but not particularly this game. Gonna start settling in the Caribbean now. Ho ho! It's basically just to stop America from doing it. I kind of half trust them to leave me alone, but I just also don't at all. Second Caribbean city, there. Sprawling Empire, nice. It's always nice when you get that upgrade, but it's always a little bit surprising as well. I'm like, there's so much space on this map, computer. Come on, your deity. Your deity should be doing better than this. I would not abide sacrilege. What's wrong with Team Trees, honestly? Oh, Arabia. They're just all about oil power. You can tell they hate the environmentalism that we're trying to do here. Terrible. So I just got industrialization, and there is coal. There's some coal in Hansa, which is a little annoying, because after saying that, yeah, I should expand the borders, then it's in there. I have an improved source of coal already, which is quite nice. And there's one I'm going to settle in Mexico, which is cool. Washington sat on one. Actually, Australia? America has quite a bit of coal. And oh yes, I remember this start with no coal over there. Oh, terrible. Right, we've also got Scorched Earth, which means I've got 2 envoys now, and I really need Valletta. Do I bother to change my cards around in order to get that 1 extra envoy? No, I can't be bothered because I'm getting too much from my other cards right now. I've also got Himiko on the way to come and sort this problem out for me. Casual Great Merchant, a little bit of gold. Extra envoy. Wonderful. In fact, actually, we're going to get Jacob as well next. That's cool. Oh, It's the first great musician who gives 3 points rather than 2, or 3 works rather than 2. I love this one. It's always really good fun. And look, for once I actually have a spy in my capital. Isn't that exciting? I very rarely actually get around to doing that properly. Okay, urbanization is now good. Conservation I'm going to pick up quickly because I'd like a sanctuary. That would be awesome. And neighborhoods. I believe I can build neighborhoods on rainforest tiles. I will just check that on a city where it doesn't matter so much. So for instance, like this city, for instance, let me just, actually, these are all good tiles. These are all very good tiles. So I want to be getting rid of these tiles. For the purposes of science. For purposes of science, I will. Okay, that's painful, but we're going to do it now. Neighborhood, I believe that still has the rainforest under it. Yes, it does. Good. Good. So, yeah, they don't remove rainforest. Also now beginning to settle into Mexico, which is exciting in itself. Korea. How Korea doing? 145 science. We would have thought Korea was do well in pretty much any game, but it looks like they've got... Actually, I don't know how much competition they have in terms of being around this area, but yeah, okay, they are doing well. I'm on 31 tech, they're on 37, so they are the tech leaders. Another Mexican city there. Oh, America's going to love me in this game. They're going to absolutely love me. Starting now to build Copacabanas. It was the Copa... No, I'm not going to sing that. No one needs that. No one needs that. Oh, a grove in 3 turns. Oh, yeah, this is going to be so good. Oh, this Pantanal. Amazing. You settle too close. America, this is not going to go well if you keep demanding such ridiculous things from me. Here we go. The chicken pizza. The chicken pizza. You plebs know it. Ho, 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 ho. Next to the green flaming obelisk of death and the slightly sexually thrumming rainforest lumber mill. Oh, look at that. Look at that squirming. Oh. It's, okay, ignoring that, the Chichen Itza is really good. It provides pretty much just yield. Specifically, not what I have to check. It's +2 culture and +1 rain production for all rainforest tiles in this city. I will just do a little bit of swapperoo just to make sure that as much rainforest is being captured in this city as possible. But that already looks like a pretty damn good city. And yeah, look at these adjacencies. There's +9, +11, +17 theatre square there. You're welcome. Oh, that looks like Ireland to me. Okay, starting to really explore now. Valletta, I'm just waiting for Valletta to open its borders to me. It's being so frustrating. Petra, I built Petra. There's literally just 4 desert tiles in this city, but my god, I built it anyway because I, Ursa Ryan, clearly love Petra and everything that Petra brings, including your love of Petra. That, for me, is the most important thing. Yeah, you believing this? I mean, to be fair, some of these Petra guilds aren't half bad, but they're not half good either. Never mind. Never mind. Actually, Sao Paulo should grow now. It should grow. I always forget it gives it to the city-state tile, the actual city centre tile. That in itself is normally worth it. So, I'll begrudgingly accept that it's probably quite good in this particular instance. Da Vinci. Okay, workshops providing +3 culture is quite a nice one, but also being able to boost random, like steel, for instance. That's an amazing boost. That's awesome. China? Is that China or is that Mongolia? I think this might be China. Yes, this is. Okay, so China and Korea are on the same map. That's always interesting. These two never get on a TSL map. I mean, you know, whether that's like in real life, who knows? Oh yeah, Korea own Beijing. Yeah, they never get on. I don't know what it is about this map, but they just, always coming to blows. There's Auckland as well. Actually, I don't think anyone's found Auckland yet. No, they haven't. Auckland is amazing. Auckland makes pretty much all coastal tiles just the best in the world, so we will definitely be getting Auckland. The fact that no one's met Auckland means that is Australia not inhabited? That's the indication I'm getting. So we're going to pick up Auckland, and I'm just going to put 1 into Valletta, so those 2 will both be taken. You can see, okay, New Zealand is I mean, I could go and settle the South Island, which is reasonably cool. I haven't found Australia just yet. Look, I've got Hercules just going through what appears to be, this might be Papua New Guinea, but I lost track of where I am. It could be Indonesia, it could be, I'm so sorry, this area of the map, I should know better, and I never do without much more context than I've been given. Conservation, now this is cool. Like, for instance, this city could be building a sanctuary, or I'm just going to buy it. Hang on, I I just love this building. Let me just quickly just get that all up in gold up front so that I can now go kasploosh. Oh my goodness, yes, I love the yields. I love them so much, especially when I start putting forests down just to make it even more crazy. Oh yes, look at this. Now if I've got the letter as well, it means I can actually move past and go and explore the rest of the Mediterranean. Not that there's much to explore, but I can. I'm also going to, if I just quickly have a look at my new cities, I can start picking up like old god obelisks for 100 faith, because the letter is just wonderful. These old god obelisks are just, I love them. I love them to bit. The extra faith, the extra culture, the extra great work slot. There's nothing about them to not love. I'm also now beginning to settle down into South America a little bit. I hadn't quite utilised all of the space I've been given down here, but that will quickly change. Oh my word, look at all of these city-states up here. Oh my god, Europe was just swimming in them. I'd love it if people send trade routes to me. I'm going to put 2 votes in on that one, and I'd love it if we could get city centre buildings up as well. I don't know which ones will go through. One of them didn't go through. Pedro and then Campus. Oh, people love building campus buildings these days. I didn't want to vote that through just because, I mean, I don't particularly want people to have crazy science. Oh my goodness, speaking of crazy science, there's India. 190 science. How often do you see a game where India do really, really well? Like, it just seems to be such a consistent thing. Hermetic Order India. Interesting. This is an area, actually loads of rainforest down here that I could be settling. I've got my eyes on some ideas now. Leventa is on Australia. That would indicate that Australia is not inhabited if city-states have been popping up down there. Himiko's finally made her way to Europe. Nice. Okay, steam power means that railroads are an option. Just waiting for Rio to pick up one more population and I can build an encampment here and start to pump out the engineers to make sure that that is a reality. Another new city here just to help to destroy these barbs and instant walls. Naha! Oh, I love being able to do that. Actually, my walls have no combat power whatsoever. I need to probably get a better unit in order to help me with that one. Another sanctuary. Kaboof! Yeah, these yields doing it for you. They're doing it for me. A CAD as well. God, there are a lot of military city-states on this map. Oh, you leave Singapore alone. Oh, that's mean. The Copacabana was no accident. It was the No, I'm not. Stop trying to make me do it. Coal power plant in Rio. That's 81 production here now. Great. Let's build an encampment now. Where would be a good place for an encampment? Somewhere in theory that I could build some terrible wonders next to it if needed, but I think for now, actually, it's not going to be hugely important. Maybe just on the coast on one of these dump tiles over here. Any deal that gives me a great work, I'm just like, yeah, that sounds amazing. Building up my culture. 600 culture per turn. It's turn 155 right now. 202 tourism. 206 tourism, I should say. Maybe turning on the power in Rio was enough to make everybody just ecstatic in that front, but okay, this is going okay. What I've got going on as well is, I think this is Papua New Guinea. I might be wrong, but I've got a settler on the way to go and like pick it up. We have 16 turns worth of monumentality left, and I mean Magnus is still kicking out settlers at a reasonably rapid pace, but I quite like to move him to the new world. This is the old world. South America is the old world for me. I should make that clear. The new world is over here in Australia. So that's kind of still what I'm up to in this direction. And there's some islands around here, but I don't think it's enough for me to stop off with. I mean, I guess I could make a sort of halfway point over here and just settle. Might not be the worst idea. Should we do that? Let's do that. I mean, I can move Magnus across and we can start settling a bit closer. As this industrial zone finishes in Sao Paulo, I have just spotted that Filippo has appeared. Just saving a bit of faith for him. Here we go. Here he is. Right, I am, just going to quickly pick him up. Wonder building's awesome. Culture bombing. I mean, I'm not too fussed about culture bombing from industrial zones, being honest. And it looks like people... I mean, yeah, if Macedon picks him up, that's okay. We don't mind about that one. I am just going to pick up Jacopo. Amazing. And then Giovanni. Oh, it would be awesome too. I've got carnivals being built now, or being sort of worked in quite a few of my cities, and it's really nice to see, actually. Really nice to see. Including in Sao Paulo. As discussed before, this is a Venetian arsenal city. This is why we're doing it. This will help me to build a navy that is incredible. You know, as funny as this base would be, is it what? Yeah, no, it is. It is. I'm sort of umming and ahhing about whether or not that would be a good thing, but yeah, just this little tiny island port. We're starting to colonize now. This is Brazil beginning to become colonial, and that is good fun. And this is the most important stage of being colony. It's having pointless island cities in the name of, like, you know, defense, but really is kind of like a bit pointless. That's the whole point of this this particular city. So the letter is doing nicely, actually. I mean, I could go and put a couple of envoys into Akkad. Granada's pretty safe. I mean, these city-states may well be killed, and Gaza-Gamu is taken as well. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of cool stuff here, but I'm going to just put one more down in Gaza-Gamu. Oh, bugger. Bob just got my sattler. That's so annoying. Very, very annoying. Right, come on, Mr. Ironclad. You're protecting my southern coast down here, but I think I need another boat to come and protect me. What's the best thing to actually purchase? I mean, I think I can get my 1,700 gold. Oh, so expensive. Okay, it's a good thing we've got a lot of gold coming in, but god damn, that barb is really annoying. 4 more envoys. Now let's think about what would be better. Regional effects from industrial zones, water parks and entertainment complexes reach 3 tiles further. That could be useful for my Copacabanas. Hong Kong, city projects. That's quite cool. Brussels is wonders. Although Brussels, where is Brussels? That's a very valid question. Hong Kong's over there. Mexico City's over in the Arctic. Where is Brussels? Are you gonna show me? It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I found it, but where it is, I don't know. Look, if I click on that, it goes to it. But Brussels, no, I haven't actually seen. But wonder production is quite useful, actually, because that'll stack with my governor that I'm just about to put down. Sorry, my great engineer. And then Muscat I'll pick up as well. That is +1 immunity in cities with commercial hubs. Nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. I still don't know where Brussels are. It's a mystery. I'm suzerain with them, but they could be absolutely anywhere. Uluru. I think Australia is totally uninhabited. Beowulf and Hercules are just having a great time, just killing barbs down here, but we'll see what else we can do. I've got my galley, there's Mount Everest. I've got loads and loads of Iriscore. There's no point even me holding on to Iriscore right now. I'm just exploring, doing everything I can. It's working well for me. Hercules is off. Okay, well I think I can immediately pull him back. There's an artist, that's lovely. Just double checking, people aren't getting loads of great people. Oh yeah, look, India did go for that great engineer. That's good, that means Eiffel is next up. Perfect. That's great to see. We like Eiffel. He's awesome. That's a bit more of a boost for the Venetian Arsenal. I should be able to finish that next term. My last city on South America. That is pretty much the entirety of the place settled. Although I could go and settle the Falklands, which, as a Brit, is quite important for me to do. You know, I can't just let that one slide. So maybe I should go and settle the Falklands as soon as I can. Yeah, I'm going to treat myself to one of my Minas Gerais. Okay, this is a wonderful, wonderful unit, and now my cities can nuke barbs with very, very large power, and I'm going to go get my settler back. I will find you, settler. Electricity now means seaports. Seaports mean a lot of gold. I always neglect seaports and always regret it afterwards. They are fantastic buildings. There's my settler. Nice, I'm just going to block him in and go kaploomph. Actually, that's not going to block it in at all, is it? Don't be silly, Ryan. Don't be silly. He's just going to go onto the land, isn't he? Right, hang on. Where's Hercules? Right, you can just make your way over to the aforementioned battleground. You can go rescue him. There is the Venetian Arsenal, by the way. Awesome. With the policy card that lets you build boats twice as quickly, combined with this, it means that we can get our Brazilian unit out everywhere. Absolutely everywhere across my empire. And I think Africa is going to be the first place I try and colonize, because there is still a bunch of 3 cities on the coast that I can trade with and get growing really quickly. So that works well for me. The capital has just finished an armory as well, which is great. Now I've got a couple of wonders being built here, Forbidden City and the Potato Palace, because I want the policy cards. The Alhambra I think was already built, which is a little bit annoying, but never mind. Big Ben will pick up later. So that'll give me all the policy cards that I could need to extend across my empire. But in the meantime, the most important thing my capital can do is just pump out military engineers so that I can get railroads everywhere. Because honestly, what more is there to do in Civ 6 than to play Railway Simulator? I don't know. Do you know? Is there another way of playing this game? I strongly suggest that there is not. Gazagamou decided to flip away immediately. Himiko brings it back. That's nice. Now, the reason why this is such a good city-state for me is because now I've got an armory in Rio. Combined with the Grandmaster's Chapel I built before, I can start to get units in really cheaply. Really cheaply. Like knights for 195 faith? Go on then. Oh no, it didn't embark. It just tried to sail away. Okay, cool. Thank you. That works well for me. Really I'm not changing my policy cards a lot. Raj is really useful. Aesthetics is still giving me tons of culture. Scripture as well. Public works. I'm happy with my pickup at the moment. Although ideology now means that I am on the cusp of something greater. And I have basically trade routes to all of my allies. So it's got to be democracy. It's another democracy game. I wish there were more options towards the end of the game. I really do. It'd be cool if there were like lots of different things that you could pick that were like different every game. Like a bit of randomness, but in this game, it'll do. Oh, navigation schools in all of these cities. Goodness me, Portugal is going to be a scientific powerhouse if they get going. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Midnight Oil, Trafford Askby, Paul Coffey, and Senjik for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody else who supports the channel. Thanks all!